and final panel for today here at the ULTA Beauty Show and Tell stage. And, you know, we've been talking everything about what you put on, what primers you use, what shadows you use. But you know what? At the end of the day, beauty starts from within. And that's why I love this next panel that we have. It's called the Glow Up. Gotta love it. And we're going to, what does it say? Protecting your skin from the elements, finding the right highlight in this Glow Up Lowdown. All right, so please welcome celebrity makeup artist, the one and only Rachel Goodwin. Yes. And she's also the CEO and founder of Love Wellness. Please show a lot of love for Miss Lauren Bosworth.
Oh, hi.
She's like, oh, hi, my turn.
Oh, hi.
Come on up, have a seat.
Where should I sit here? Hi, Rachel.
Hi.
Okay, so you're going to be getting a light glowy look while we discuss and we talk a lot more about the Love Wellness brand. But first, I want to know what even made you want to start this company?
Yeah, for sure. And I can't believe I'm getting a makeover. So excited.
So you already look good.
Thanks. Well, you helped me a little bit already. So I started Love Wellness in 2016, and I was not well. I had vitamin deficiencies. I was at the doctor all the time, and that led me to being at the drugstore all the time. And I was in the women's personal care aisle, and I just was really disappointed by what was offered. All the products on the shelves made me feel bad about myself. I was embarrassed to use them, and I felt like there was a real opportunity to create natural, female-first, beautiful products for women's personal care, and so that's what I did.
I love it. So, Rachel, I'm going to let you go ahead and start doing the
Okay.
makeover. So we'll work and talk, so that way we know.
Okay.
But when you work with a lot of people that you do their makeup,
Yeah.
how do you like to start with them? And what do you tell them about being able to get ready for this experience? Because I think it always starts with hydration and water, too. It's so important with your skin.
I mean, like you're saying, I mean, if you're not healthy, you know, if you're not eating well, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not sleeping, like there's only so much makeup can do. I mean, as a makeup artist, I I wish it was, you know, I wish it was like a miracle, but at the end of the day, it can enhance and it can, you know, work to your benefit to make you look, you know, even better. But it's really not going to mask like you know, if you're seriously unhealthy or dehydrated. So for me, like complexion is the absolute base of any beautiful makeup. Like it's whether it's a success or not is all based on the complexion. It's all based on how skin, you know, looks, and then the rest is sort of like it basically takes its cues from how I get the skin. And I take the longest on getting skin right and complexion right. And then everything else comes after. So for me, you know, I like the skin to look alive. I like it to look fresh. I like it to look real. I like my clients to be able to talk to people like we're talking right now and look like themselves. I don't want them to look like they have a mask of makeup on. So when I do complexion, I do think about, you know, how it will look in real life and also in photographs. So that's kind of...
How do you do it? Help me.
So, tell you.
So what we'll do, we'll switch chairs. We'll let Lauren,
Come
we'll let
over
you
here. You
sit
wanna come
closer,
here?
so you're closer
Okay.
to the product. And we're going to continue our walk and talk while we go through this. How amazing is
Alex.
it to have your product in ULTA, Lauren? This must
Oh.
be like a dream come true.
It's amazing. So we've been selling online since 2016, like I said, and ULTA is our first really big retail partner. And for me, it feels like, oh, this is so funny having my makeup done
While you're talking.
For us, partnering with ULTA feels like a huge step forward for women everywhere. It makes me feel like corporate America is waking up and paying attention to the actual needs and desires of women when it comes to wellness and their bodies. And so it's a huge win, like not only for me and for the brand to be excited about the opportunity, but I think it truly represents a shift in terms of culture. It's like a shift in the cultural paradigm, I think, when it comes to women's wellness specifically.
I see you using Elsie's bronzer. You just went over her eye right quick with a little bit of highlight.
We're doing like really the most simple thing today. I mean, essentially, I just want to kind of make it look like her skin, but slightly better, you know, like slightly more luminous, slightly more live, like awake, and also just to highlight it in a subtle way that feels more, it literally it's illuminating from the inside versus like makeup
Piling
on top.
stuff on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, for exactly kind of the idea behind what she's trying to do, which is to show us that, like, ultimately beautiful skin and healthy skin is going to be gorgeous. Like, that's sort of the whole.
What I know this is really hard to ask, but which product is one of your favorite products from your line?
Sure. So I think in the context of glowing from within, Good to Glow is actually a great example of that. It's our skincare supplement, has ashwagandha, vitamin A, vitamin C, amazing ingredients in it. It also has collagen in it. I was never really a fan of having to get powdered collagen and put it into a coffee or put it into water. I just don't like the experience of drinking stuff like that. And so I thought, how can I pack as much collagen as possible into something that's a capsule, that's easy to take? And so Good to Glow is really wonderful for that. I would say that one of my other favorite products and one of our best-selling products is this product called Bye Bye Bloat. Oh, it's not up there, but that's okay. It's called Bye Bye Bloat, and it's natural organic ingredients and digestive enzymes, and it really works. And most of the products I created because I had a personal need, and I know a lot of women in my life had a personal need also, so everything that we make is very issue specific. And so with Bye Bye Bloat, oh my God, whether it's food or whether it's hormonal bloating, it really, really works to just make you feel comfortable in your own skin again. So it's really a popular one.
I look, I'm like, bye bye bloat. I already know so many of us that are like, yep, there's definitely a time and a special time that we need that. Or just even when you're gonna go out and it's like a special night, the night before that you want to look your best. That's awesome. Rachel, what did you just put on around her eye?
So I just did like a little bit, because I had done like a sort of a more gold-based, color on the lids, just to kind of give it a little illumination. This one was a little less. It was a more cool tone, and I just really applied it as a liquid highlighter, and you just kind of put it right on the very points of the face, on the planes of the face. And again, we've seen this a lot of times. I think like a lot of people use powder highlighters. For me as a makeup artist, they're not what I use because they feel obvious, and I like skin to look illuminated. I like the light to hit it from all the right angles, but I don't like it to look. For me as a makeup artist, if people are looking at the makeup before they see the person, I've failed. So for me, it's always about skin looking like this was actually yours. So I try to create the most natural version of that, something that feels like you can wear it, when you walk into a doctor's office, you can wear it in the store, you can also wear it, out, but it's always looks like you're the best version, your best skin, like you just had a facial skin kind of thing.
Right.
And that's always just like right here on the very height of the, like if you can feel it, it's like that one spot right underneath, it's like the corner of the brow, and then right to where the iris of the eye is like you don't want to come in too much further. You want to stay right there, and then this is like where the light is going to hit you perfectly. Again though, it's dewy, it's fresh, it's not done looking, and that's really more my aesthetic.
I love it.
I need to be paying attention while you're doing my face for these tips.
You have great skin.
I love it.
Tell us a little bit more about some of these things that are poking out or standing out to me. Good Girl probiotics. We hear so much about probiotics right now. Every time you go to Whole Foods or any health store, they're like probiotic, probiotic, probiotic.
Yeah, so I think we should take a step back and probably talk about just the line in general and kind of like the different types of products, because we obviously have ingestibles. We also have cleansers, wipes. This product, The Killer, is an OTC product that helps relieve, sorry, we're going to get graphic here, that helps relieve yeast infections and BV, but it's amazing and it's all natural. And that was really what I wanted to do when I created the line, was like, how can I create these products to maximize natural ingredients, maximize organic ingredients that actually work, that are doctor recommended, and make women really feel great about themselves. And so The Killer is one of the most popular products, and we sort of separate out the products between personal care, total body, and then PMS products. So Good Girl Probiotics is a personal care product, and it's a probiotic that's formulated specifically for women's health. So it helps to prevent UTIs, yeast infections, BV, and you're going to start to see in market way more probiotics that are very issue specific. Like I know another brand has a probiotic specifically for skin, and it depends on the bacteria that's in the probiotic, because our body is a big microbiome, but we also have these smaller microbiomes like in and around different parts of our body with different types of bacteria that help support that specific part of the body. And so the probiotic is really, really popular. It was one of the original products. And then the PMS product that's really popular is this one. It's called Mood Pills. And so I personally get really bad PMS. My doctor calls it PMDD because it's that spooky for me. And like I have a issue with anxiety. I have had that my whole life, and I wanted to create a natural product that helps support women for that time in the month, but also just in other difficult times when they feel like they need a boost. And so it's made with St. John's wort, there's chasteberry. Most of the ingredients in this product are organic, and it just really helps to kind of like lift your mood, stabilize all month long. It's a really popular product. God, the list goes on and on. We have so many things.
Some of them are standing out to me right now that
Yeah.
I want to say. Okay, so Good to Glow, and of course we're all about glowing and glowing skin right now as Rachel's working on
We're glowing.
working on you at the same time while you're doing
Sorry,
that.
I'm talking while you're just there.
No, I
Sorry.
don't.
It's okay.
That's usually what's happening in my
Okay,
chair.
right.
Anyway.
So tell me about Good to Glow.
Yeah, so Good to Glow. Let me grab it. And then we can talk about some of the ingredients that are in it. So Good to Glow was the first one that I mentioned. And so it's definitely popular at ULTA because everybody here is focused on beauty from within. You want to look and feel beautiful. And so this is our skincare supplement. And so like I said about the collagen, like I'm trying to pack as many good skin ingredients into a single capsule as possible because I just don't like having to go to the store and to have it combine a bunch of ingredients. I know that we're a crowd that loves beauty products here, and so I'm sure we all have like 8 serums in our bathroom right now. But I am somebody that works full time, and I'm busy, and honestly, I rarely even wear makeup to work. You know, like skincare is really important to me, and so this is a supplement that directly supports skin. And so this product, it definitely affects acne and aging skin, so it's sort of like a 2-for-1. And like I said, everything that we made is really issue specific, and we're sort of targeting and honing in on the things that women, you know, are looking to address.
You did a light coverage on her. I just saw you use the light foundation powder, and then
Yeah, so really about when, I mean, we talk about glowing skin, but the truth is that we don't want all the parts of our skin glowing, especially from a makeup artist perspective. I'm just going to be honest, like it's always about a push and pull. So some areas I want to have the light hit and other areas I don't. So in this case, like I always will go into this area around the nose, right in the center of the forehead, right underneath the eyes, chin, and then I'll leave the rest really, really lush and really glowing because I like, you have to, it's like a push and pull that you have to find. And then what I just did there was I just used a lipstick, a sheer formula lipstick, and I just pressed it into her cheeks, and it sort of, again, it looks like it's integral to your skin. It doesn't look like makeup. So there's a really beautiful sort of like way of applying makeup that is actually doesn't look like makeup, and that's sort of what I just kind of showed. I mean, and it doesn't need to be complicated, and it doesn't need to be, you know, intimidating. It's actually, you know, the natural makeup is the hardest one to do. It takes the longest usually, and it's a little bit more nuanced. You have to really kind of focus on technique. But in this case, it's like you can use everything you have that you already have and just make it look like you already just look that way without makeup. But it is a little bit of makeup.
I have a question.
actually
Sorry.
gorgeous.
To
Go ahead.
interrupt you. I know, so you use your fingers a lot. Do you
I do.
always use your fingers
I
a lot?
do.
Do you feel like that makes like a more natural finish?
Yes.
And why?
The reason why is because they're warm, and the way that they move into the skin is it's like it becomes like the skin. I mean, Elizabeth Taylor used to have a trick where she would put her makeup on and then she would go in the bath and let the steam sort of move it into the skin. Your makeup usually looks better hours after you apply it, and that's kind of the whole baking concept. The baking concept comes from that, right? So, you know, again. It's sort of like all of these techniques have existed for a very long time. We use them in different ways. For me, the fingers are the way, like I was trained that way, like Pat McGrath and Linda Cantello and the people that I was working, you know, around and under, they all use their hands and their fingers. Dick Page, it's a more tactile experience, and it actually makes it look like it is your skin versus makeup on the skin. Yeah.
Curious about these two. I'm a big makeup wipe girl,
Sure.
and I would love to know how do these compare and stand up to the competition, the ones that are out there.
So these are not makeup wipes.
Oh,
They're
tell me
wipes
what
for a
they-
different part of your body.
I thought it was makeup wipes. Well, there you go.
But I have used them as a makeup wipe before.
I've definitely used the Huggy or two on my face. That's
I
definitely
have
happened.
definitely used them as a makeup wipe. These are close to all natural. It's like 99% natural ingredients in the Do It All wipes. They're pH balanced to match the environment of your body. And so when you're talking about like intimate care, like basically you have your own microbiome down there, and to keep it safe and healthy and free of infection, you're trying to maintain all of the good bacteria. And so personal hygiene is still really important though. So how do you maintain personal hygiene while also maintaining your microbiome? And it's by using products that are all natural or close to all natural, that are pH balanced, that basically don't kill off that good bacteria when you are like in the shower or in the bathroom. And so this is a product that directly supports that.
Okay.
Sorry. We're
No,
so
I love that. I love that.
intimate today.
Well, you really keep it real on your social media channels, also. Like,
Well, you
know,
have
you're-
to be when you own a women's personal care brand. Like, there's no other option except to just be honest, to be open, and to just own what you're doing. And I think that, like, the proof is in the pudding. The brand is growing so quickly that, like, obviously we're doing something right. You know what I mean? Even if these conversations to a certain degree are a little uncomfortable, or people don't have all the answers yet, that's okay. Just the fact that we're having a conversation is really cool. And we're all about empowering women with information. And once we do that, they go into their own communities, and then they talk to all their friends about the stuff that is working for them and what they know about. Just like with makeup, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I discovered this awesome thing, and it really works for me. And so for us, that has been a hugely impactful piece of the business in terms of how we've gone from a teeny tiny brand in 2016 to being at ULTA now.
No, I love it. How do you use your platforms to really, really, really get the point across of how important it is to have these conversations?
I think that just having the conversations points to the fact that it's really important. Like, obviously, we speak to it directly on the website, in the content that we create and produce. But I think, you know, what is the saying? You know, like, actions are better than words or bigger than words. Like, obviously, I'm using my words to communicate the message, but just going out there and doing it is probably the most impactful way that we can connect with women everywhere. You know, like, we're not trying to hide behind what we're doing or who we are, or use veiled language. Like, we have a medical advisory board, you know, we have doctors that are helping us put together these products, that are creating content for us, that are doing takeovers on our social channels. So we're really just here as a platform for good for women. And once they discover it and can take something away that's really meaningful, they're really excited to be a part of our community.
I like that I'm reading the ingredients on it, and I can read everything that's on here. Like, it's nothing
Yeah.
that seems foreign or unknown. I think the earlier panel I suggested, and I told everybody that what I do is I take my products to my gyno, and I'm like, is this good for me or is this not good for me?
Yes, that's what you should do.
Yeah, should do. And to find out. But wipes, and now that I read this is not a makeup remover cleanser. This is actually a cleanser for something else.
Intimate cleanser.
It's an intimate cleanser. So important, because you can't just put anything down there.
Yes.
You can't just use regular soap. I'm sure we've all learned a hard lesson a time or two.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about this intimate cleanser?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like with the wipes, it's the same story. If you're going to use a product for intimate cleansing, you want it to be all natural, and you want it to be pH balanced to support your body's microbiome and how it naturally functions. And so this cleanser is for external cleansing only. I feel like there's a bit of information still out there. Like, everybody's doctor says, like, use only water down there, but they're really talking about, like, inside your body, not outside your body, like, not the external part of your body. We're not going to get too graphic here, but you know, you should be using something on that part of your body, and it should be something that is specifically formulated for that part of the body, so that you don't mess anything up down there. And like you said, we've all had like that weird encounter, especially like on vacation, with like bad hotel soap, and then you end up with an infection the next day. You're like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? And like, you're stripping your body of all the good stuff that it needs to stay healthy. And so this cleanser helps you do that.
I love it. What has been the most gratifying reaction that you've received since creating your brand and women coming up to you? I'm sure they're like, thank you. Thank you so much.
Totally. The amount of reviews that we get really overwhelms me day to day. And I have women that email me directly every day. I think right now we have over 4,000 reviews on the website, and we started collecting reviews a year ago. And I think over like 95% of the reviews are 5-star, and women are leaving, 4 and 5 paragraphs about their experience with their body, because I have found, and it's why I started the company, that you find yourself in this sort of in like a pattern of not being well in whatever capacity it is, right? Whether it's something that's related to women's personal care, or maybe it's an autoimmune, or whatever it is, take your pick. And it seems like these sort of like traditional ways of approaching medicine are kind of failing us at this point. And there's this huge movement towards natural ingredients and homeopathic ingredients and just thinking differently about your body. And it's when I applied natural ingredients and products to my personal care routine that I actually got better. And so that's when I was like, the light bulb went on, and I was like, nobody's doing this for women in a really meaningful, modern, female-first way. And that really was like just the entire inspiration for the company.
We're going to take any questions that you guys may have about the line, the brands, in just a little bit. But before we wrap up, I want to know personally, since you're not really a makeup girl, you're like, I don't wear it really to work. What do you do to make yourself feel like you've grown up?
Sure. So I used to wear a lot of makeup when I was younger. I was on TV like a decade ago, and I haven't been since, but I used to wear a lot of makeup. And so I really had to get comfortable over the years with just less makeup. I have to run out the door. I have to go to work. And so skincare has really become like front and center, the focus for me. But I will say that I still do put on, I think I have the IT Cosmetics. It's like a SPF and BB cream in one. And like I still put that on every day. Like I want my skin to be like even. I do my eyebrows instead of my eyelashes. I don't wear mascara most days. If I'm going out on a Friday night, I'll put some mascara on. But I think, to Rachel's point, like I try to do a lot of stuff that's focused on the skin and about like naturally, highlighting areas of my face or like illuminating areas of my face. So I use this product that's called Egyptian Magic.
Love Egyptian Magic.
Right? It's great.
So
it's like more like a balm than a salve, than like a liquid moisturizer. And you put it in your hand and you rub it together, and it kind of turns into like oil almost.
It's like a solid oil, and then it turns. Yeah, it's just incredible stuff. Oh my god,
it's great, and it's I think it's all natural. And ever since I've been using that, I've kind of like been blowing everything else off. I just bought some. Actually, I think it's called Coats. The sunscreen that's like that they're giving out actually in the Ulta booth. My mom tried it yesterday. We were here yesterday, and she tried the sunscreen, and then I tried it, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And there's like 2 ingredients in it. So I'm really trying to move towards like natural products. I'm on the EWG website all the time, looking stuff up. So it's about skincare. I love Egyptian Magic. I use an SPF, and then at night I put Retin-A or like some type of product like that on, and that's kind of it. I've learned that like my skin really wants me to minimize the number of like products that I'm putting onto it, to be honest with you. It's happier.
Same question, Rich. What do you like to use on your clients, and what do you do yourself to make you feel like you got that glow up?
Yeah, I really am a huge fan of masking. I love masking, and I've been really recently sort of like kind of like leaning toward these. A lot of companies have started sort of making these masks that you sleep in at night, and there's a so they're sort of like it's like a moist, obviously like a night cream, but a mask version. So it's like kind of the same effect you would get as if you use like a sheet mask. You get that hyper glowing skin really quickly. But in this case, you sleep with it on, so when you wake up, your skin looks really radiant, really glowing. And I do the same thing. I have realized that like I'm more of a minimalist when it comes to skincare. I like really simple ingredients. I like things that don't have a lot of fragrance. And I tend to, like really natural products. And as far as one of my favorite, sort of things to do is like what I was just showing her, like what I just showed is just to use cream products and move them into the skin, and then basically use a minimal amount of powder if I'm doing makeup. So I get this lush skin that I'm kind of known for, but it's real looking. It doesn't have a lot of artifice going on. I like to see the woman there. I don't want to see her makeup. Although I love what you've got. I love color. So I love when it comes to like more maybe I like statements. But when it comes to skin, I like just realness. Yeah.
Makes sense. Do we have any questions in the audience, guys? No questions?
None today.
All right. No, I do have one last question before you go, and it goes back to women's health care, and thank you for actually stepping up and taking this initiative, because it is so hard. What would you say to somebody who is new to the brand, kind of overwhelmed. They see all these names. They're like, oh, I don't really know which one you want. Where do you
Sure.
think is a good starter kit?
Yeah, so on our website, the Love Wellness website, we actually have a product recommender quiz. So you can go on, you can quickly figure out like what issue you want to start with, and it's really fast. It's probably the fastest online quiz you will ever take that's a product recommender quiz, and like 2 or 3 clicks and it'll guide you to the product that you want, so that's really, really helpful. But I would say if you're a newbie to the brand, I would say the Killer is like your new medicine cabinet must-have for sure, because you can spot treat stuff. You don't have to use it for like a full course of treatment, like if you like have an infection. If you have something weird like coming on, you just use one and it's a miracle. I would say that the probiotics are really great to incorporate into your daily routine. People love Bye Bye Bloat, like I said. Lights Out is our sleep supplement, which I didn't get to touch on, but it helps to slow down a racing mind and put you to sleep just based on the ingredients that are in it. It has magnesium and valerian root, so magnesium is a muscle relaxer, and valerian root slows down that mind. So you take it an hour before bed, and it helps you just kind of like ease into your bedtime routine. It's been really helpful for me. And then I would definitely say one of the cleansers for sure, whether it's the wipes or the actual pH balancing cleanser. Those are definitely great places to start.
Well, thank you so much. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to touch on before we go, but I think you kind of wrapped it all up. We really do appreciate your time. And guys, you can check out the pop-up. It's right behind us, right here, and all the products now you can find at ultabeauty.com, at Ulta Beauty, and at the beauty stores as well. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. Rachel, thank you for giving us a little glow-up look as all. And you get to check all of these out. Also, and every single brand, everything that she just used is right behind us. And please, when you are exiting, exit out that way. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
So nice.